Welcome back to the CSX Hanover Subdivision and N scale. Might be wondering why you haven't seen much of me or the layout lately, but a couple months ago wasn't real happy with the way some of the things were running, not happy with what I had. So one night I was down here and about 75% of the layout got torn out. I'm at a point now where I've got most of this stuff cleaned up. Please excuse the mess that still does exist. But I'll go over an update here with you, and you can see what's new and upcoming once the layout gets completely rebuilt. So we'll start off in Hagerstown Yard. Was able to add a couple of storage tracks to expand capacity. Wasn't real happy with the old version. I didn't have much of a arrival or departure track. Now I've got at least two. I can use the main line as a third one while the cars are getting sorted out. I was able to expand the engine area, the old caboose tracks from Western Maryland days, and real estate was added so that I could model Burnham underpass and YD Tower. Hopefully I'll get to building that here in the next couple months. We'll continue around here. Security is going to stay the same pretty much. Was able to make this area a little bit deeper. The main will go around. Don't have that laid yet here because, oh boy, we have a helix, so that means we've got double deck as well. So while we're over here, I'll show this side of the double deck. When you come out of Hagerstown, you'll go into the helix and you'll come up on the other side of the layout, which will be east of Gettysburg. But since we're over here right now, the upper deck here is going to be Hanover. So westbounds will come out of the helix. You'll cross Elm Street. You'll have the Elm Street siding. Come around the turn, Kindig Lane with the Utz potato chip facility. Past Radio Road. Then you'll have the main line here is in the middle. Up against the wall is new siding, which 797 drops off the empties from AgCom at for $7.95 to pick up westbound heading back to Hagerstown, and the track on the far left will take you into the Vulcan Quarry, which is on the other side. So we'll go back. We're heading eastbound at this direction right now, and like I said, we'll come into the helix. I'm thinking about maybe modeling a little bit of 3rd Street in Hanover approaching the helix, but then we'll have the helix here. Now remember, westbound we're going to be coming up the helix, or eastbound, sorry, and then first industry you'll get on the top is AgCom. I was able to expand this a little bit and have it spaced out just enough that the first car in the shed can get unloaded, and using the tail track that's there, I can get the last car unloaded as well. It's spaced out just about right. Heading east, we'll have Dal-Tile, another building that'll have to be custom built. Around the bend, finally have a spot to deliver my bulkhead or my center beam flats to. That'll be Morton Buildings. Probably just have a lot of lumber stacked up. Might get one building here in the back That's at the back of their lot. And then on the other side of the turn here, again, new siding is to the left, main line is the center, the right is the lead to the quarry, uses a runaround if they need it, and then the Y, and then heading back into the Vulcan Quarry. I don't have this laid out yet, but we'll have a yard here for the rock runner, and then the stone loadout, and then I do have the lime loadout modeled. I had this built last year, and that's a completely scratch built prototype building all the way around. And then yard tracks will come back together to the engine house where Vulcan, they keep their SW1500 ex Norfolk Southern locomotive I was able to get a hold of and patch out. I have some lettering to do on it yet. And then also the Alco S2, I gotta strip and repaint that. Bye bye Penn Central. And down below, yeah, this doesn't change much. You have staging in the back. You have Emery Grove there under the mess that it's not been cleaned up yet. You know, Suburban Propane, Hampstead, and we'll come into Porter's. Operating, it's going to be a little bit different here. 797 Eastbound will run to Porter's and drop their cars off for York Rail here on that back track. And if you remember from the previous videos, the Y at Porter's will lead you over to Spring Grove, which again I have not changed. York Rail, when they bring their cars for CSX, they will come out, and I've added Smith siding, so York Rail will come out and drop their cars here, run back to Porter's Lake, pick up their cars, and head to Spring Grove. Next, I was able to add the main centerpiece of what I was missing before. This will be Center Street, the start and end for the 795 and 797. And then here we'll have the Ma and Pa Diamond. York Rail can come down, and on the outside of the helix where you see the 1x4 coming out and starting to cross, I'll have about 4 to 6 inches wide that I can put Sunoco plastics there outside of in Hanover. So I have one more spot for York Rail to finish up. But lastly, the other project I had was put drop ceiling in everywhere. I've got 3/4 of that job finished up, so as money becomes available, we'll get that last section done, and hopefully by the time Mainline Hobbies open house in September comes around, this will be up and running. So look forward to future updates. Thanks for watching.